John chapter 9. As Jesus went on his way, he saw a man who had been born blind. His followers asked him, "Teacher, whose sin made this man to be born blind? Was it the sin of this man or the sin of his parents?" Jesus answered, "The sin of this man or the sin of his parents did not make him to be born blind. He was born blind so the work of God would be seen in him. We must keep on doing the work of him who sent me while it is day. Night is coming when no man can work. While I am in the world, I am the light of the world." After Jesus had said this, he spit on the ground. He mixed it with dust and put that mud on the eyes of the blind man. Then Jesus said to him, "Go and wash in the pool of Siloam." Siloam means sent. The man went away and washed. When he came back, he could see. Neighbors and others had seen him begging. They said, "Is not this the man who sat and begged?" Some said, "This is the one." Others said, "No, but he looks like him." But the man who had been blind said, "I am the man." They said to him, "How were your eyes opened?" He answered, "A man called Jesus made mud and put it on my eyes. Then he said to me, 'Go and wash in the pool of Siloam.' I went and washed and I can see." Then they asked him, "Where is he?" He answered, "I do not know." They took the man who had been born blind to the proud religious law keepers. It was the day of rest when Jesus had made mud and opened his eyes. Again the proud religious law keepers asked the man who had been born blind how he had been made to see. He answered them, "Jesus put mud on my eyes. I washed and now I see." Some of the proud religious law keepers said, "The man who did this is not from God because he worked on the day of rest." Others said, "How can a sinful man do powerful works?" They could not agree about Jesus. They spoke again to the blind man, saying, "What do you say about him since he opened your eyes?" He answered, "He is one who speaks for God." The Jews did not believe this man had been blind and had been made to see. They called his parents and asked them, "Is this your son? Do you say he was born blind? How does he see now?" They answered, "We know this is our son and we know he was born blind. But we do not know how it is that he can see now. We do not know who opened his eyes. He is old enough, ask him. He can tell you himself." His parents said this because they were afraid of the Jews. The Jews had talked among themselves. They had agreed that the person who said that Jesus was the Christ would be put out of the Jewish place of worship. That is why his parents said, "He is old enough, ask him." The proud religious law keepers asked the man again, who had been blind, to come. They said to him, "Give thanks to God. We know this man is a sinner." The man who had been blind said to them, "I do not know if he is a sinner or not. One thing I know. I was blind, but now I can see." They asked him again, "What did he do to you? How did he open your eyes?" He answered, "I have told you already. You did not listen. Why do you want to hear it again? Do you want to become his followers also?" The proud religious law keepers became angry at him and said, "You are a follower of Jesus. We are followers of Moses. We know God spoke to Moses. We do not know where this man is from." The man said to them, "This is strange. You do not know where he came from and yet he opened my eyes. We know that God does not listen to sinners. We know if anyone loves and worships God, and does what he wants, God listens to him. From the beginning of the world no one has ever heard of anyone opening the eyes of a man born blind. If this man were not from God, he would not be able to do anything like this." They said to him, "You were born in sin. Are you trying to teach us?" Then they put him out of the place of worship. Jesus heard that the proud religious law keepers had put the man who had been healed out of the place of worship. He found the man and said to him, "Do you put your trust in the Son of God?" He said, "Who is he, sir? Tell me so that I can put my trust in him." Jesus said to him, "You have seen him. He is talking with you." He said, "I do put my trust in you, Lord. Then he bowed down before Jesus and worshipped him. Jesus said, "I came into this world to say what is right from wrong. I came so those who do not see might see, and those who do see might be made blind." Some of the proud religious law keepers who were with him heard this. They said to him, "Are we blind also?" Jesus said to them, "If you were blind, you would not be guilty of sin. But because you say, 'We see,' you still are guilty of your sin." John chapter 10. For sure, I tell you, the man who goes into the sheep pen some other way than through the door is one who steals and robs. The shepherd of the sheep goes in through the door. The one who watches the door opens it for him. The sheep listen to the voice of the shepherd. He calls his own sheep by name and he leads them out. When the shepherd walks ahead of them, they follow him because they know his voice. They will not follow someone they do not know because they do not know his voice. They will run away from him. Jesus told this picture story to them. Yet they did not understand what he said. Again Jesus said to them, "For sure, I tell you, I am the door of the sheep. All others who came ahead of me are men who steal and rob. The sheep did not obey them. I am the door. Anyone who goes in through me will be saved from the punishment of sin. He will go in and out and find food. The robber comes only to steal and to kill and to destroy. I came so they might have life, a great full life. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd gives his life for the sheep. One who is hired to watch the sheep is not the shepherd. He does not own the sheep. He sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep. He runs away while the wolf gets the sheep and makes them run everywhere. The hired man runs away because he is hired. He does not care about the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep and my sheep know me. I know my Father as my Father knows me. I give my life for the sheep. I have other sheep which are not from this sheep pen. I must bring them also. They will listen to my voice. Then there will be one flock with one shepherd. For this reason my Father loves me. It is because I give my life that I might take it back again. No one takes my life from me. I give it by myself. I have the right and the power to take it back again. My Father has given me this right and power. Because of what he said, the Jews did not agree in their thinking. Many of them said, "He has a demon and is crazy. Why listen to him?" Others said, "A man who has a demon does not talk this way. Can a demon open the eyes of a blind man?" It was time for the religious gathering of remembering how the house of God was opened in Jerusalem. It was winter and Jesus was there. He was walking in Solomon's porch in the house of God. The Jews gathered around him. They said, "How long are you going to keep us in doubt? If you are the Christ, tell us." Jesus answered, "I told you and you do not believe. The works I do in my Father's name speak of me. You do not believe because you are not my sheep. My sheep hear my voice and I know them. They follow me. I give them life that lasts forever. They will never be punished. No one is able to take them out of my hand. My Father who gave them to me is greater than all. No one is able to take them out of my Father's hand. My Father and I are one." Again the Jews picked up stones to throw at him. Jesus said to them, "Many good things have I shown you from my Father. For which of these things are you going to throw stones at me?" They said, "We are not going to throw stones at you for any good work. It is because of the way you talk against God. It is because you make yourself to be God when you are only a man." Jesus said to them, "Is it not written in your law, I said, you are gods?" The holy writings were given to them and God called them gods. The word of God cannot be put aside. But God has set me apart for himself. He sent me into the world. Then how can you say that I am speaking against God because I said, I am the Son of God? If I am not doing the works of my Father, do not believe me. But if I do them, even if you do not believe me, believe the works that I do. Then you will know the Father is in me and I am in him. They tried again to take him, but he got out of their hands. Jesus went away to the other side of the Jordan River to the place where John was baptizing people. Jesus stayed there. Many people came to him and said, "John did no powerful work, but what John said about this man is true." Many people put their trust in Jesus there.